Hi, I'm Peter, and the example today is creating a container that has a few big items and lots of a equivalent small item. Let's start by creating the container, and I like to typically, when I get the QR sticker, have it on my finger first, and I'll go ahead and scan it. That's faster that way. And I'm going to choose Add a Container, and let's call this Game Box. And now I'm going to add items to the container. And just to go back, you can see if I click here on the upper left and look at my items, I've already created the items ahead of time. I think that's the fastest way to do it. Let's go back to game boxes. Other ways to do it, to add items, are to manually add. So I would create it manually and then add the item one by one and add QR codes to it, or search for previously existing ones. I can do that too. But the fastest is to click here and scan. So here are my previously created items. I'm going to scan the first one. So I'm going to click on the bottom right. I'm going to click add and add another and scan the next item. Choose add and add another. Do the next item. Choose add and add another. And the next item, which is the multiple quantity item, which is some dice, I'm going to add that. Okay, so now if I go to the bottom, you'll see all these things that I've added. And the dice, if you have multiple quantity thing, you can treat it specially like this. So I'm going to click on dice 10-sided and look at this item here. This has multiple quantity. I now have 23 dice, so I want to update that. Right now I'm not seeing the quantity attribute showing, and that's because it's not part of this item type. So I can click there and change the item type. Let's change it to standard, which actually has the quantity. And if none of them have the quantity, you can click on that little pencil and add the quantity attribute if you wanted to. So we'll go back here, and now I see that the quantity is here, but it's blank. And when it's blank, that means that quantity is not active, it's null. Let's go ahead and enter an actual quantity to activate that, and then we'll have a quantity specified. And down below, you can see that this is inside of the container game box. I'm going to go back to game box and scroll to the bottom. And there you see that the dice is showing 23. And then from here directly, I can go minus, minus, plus, plus. I can change the quantities directly here. So that's the way to deal with when you have multiple things that are maybe too small to put the QR stickers on individually, or you don't want to track them that way. They're consumable items. Just give it a quantity field and adjust it from there inside of your container. Well, that's about it. Thanks for watching.